What excited me about San Andreas was obviously the challenge of the movie. It's a big movie. There's a lot of varying elements to it. It's a road movie in the middle of it all, and it had planes and boats and helicopters and car crashes, and so anytime when you read a script and it has those kind of challenges, and also just it's an exciting read as well too. So I mean, at any level you want to read a movie that you just feel like you want to go see. So when I read it and I saw that there would be these great challenges to go through, the amount of visual effects that were allowed for it, and also the star. I mean, Dwayne Johnson's a really, popular guy, obviously, but I've always heard great things about him. I thought he'd be a fun guy to work with, and it was a good team all the way around. I dallied a little bit with Beau Flynn on another project, and had admired Brad Payton's work before, and so when you hear that team is put together, combined with the script, made it very exciting. Well, I think what's great about Dwayne is even though he has this great physique and spends a lot of time working on making that great physique and came from wrestling and all of that in his background, he's still a very a guy that you feel like he's a very real guy in real life. He's a very real guy. He's very down to earth, and I think that comes across on the screen. I think it's why people like him. He isn't one of these just sort of like cardboard cutout superheroes when he does those kind of roles. He plays a very real guy, and he's very charming. And so it was important for us to have that in the role because it was not a heightened character. He's a fireman who's dealing with a lot of family trouble, and I think for Dwayne it was also a challenge to play that kind of role, which is a little bit different for him. And he's done a great job of really bringing a lot of humanity to the character. He really understands visual effects very well, and also understands how to integrate visual effects into story, which I think is really key to this kind of movie, that the effects were never done just for the sake of making a wow factor, that they were done to integrate with the story and the characters. And so his understanding of visual effects helped a great deal with that. But he also has a really strong story sense and a really strong sense with characters and how to move characters forward in a story. And so when we watch him on set, even though we may be surrounded by a building falling down or some giant effect going on, or we're 5 feet deep in water, you see him really focus on what the characters are doing, what the story points are doing, and even how he moves the camera is all about character and story. It's interesting when we're filming 3D because you're constantly trying to keep that in mind, and we're not trying to do spears at the camera type of 3D. We're really, I think, just making it so that it enhances the experience even more. It makes it feel all the more real. I'm sure the sound will also add to that as well. But the 3D aspect really is just to put you right in the middle of it and make it feel like it's something that's falling all around you as opposed to something that just feels like you're distanced from. So we're excited about the 3D. We really think that it's going to add a great level to this kind of a movie and enhance the experience.